This is a familiar story, recognised far beyond the boundaries of religion. It is a common phrase used by many who would be unaware of its origin or of its intended meaning. The Prodigal Son. For those in the know, hearing this parable is like reconnecting with an old friend. We think we know what it's about, but listening again without any sense of predetermination, much like twisting a kaleidoscope, the parable's pieces can rearrange themselves in many different ways. Its focus is on a homecoming as reason for a celebration. But family gatherings and family occasions are not always as happy as we may wish, or as happy as they may appear on the surface. It is unhelpful to sentimentalise the prospect of coming home. For some, home is a place of welcome, of safety and security and happy memories. For others, contemplating going home evokes unwelcome and troubling memories. The story invites each of us to reflect on our own experiences of home and of family dynamics with all their complexities and conflicts. This story is ostensibly about the father's unquestionable love for his lost son. But it has a hook in its tail. It exposes the flaws of both sons. The lost one is found and welcomed home, while the older son, who never strayed, becomes lost in his sense of indignation and self-righteousness. This story is fiction. Good fiction is something that did not happen, in fact, but could happen, and probably has happened many times. In this parable, both sons are lost. One to a life of recklessness and the other to a life of self-righteousness. The story illustrates that love is not about giving what is deserved. The true nature of love is to give itself away, unreservedly. Despite its popular title, the central character is not the wayward son or the resentful older brother. It is the father and his responses both to the wastrel's return and to the older son's resentment. The favoured interpretation of this story amongst the conventionally religious is that the father's actions illustrate the character of the God who, unlike human beings, is ever willing to forgive bad behaviour. But ultimately, the parable is not about gods. It is about how people like us think people like us should behave, but knowing we probably never will. In real life, we face a clear choice. We can adopt the position of the resentful, self-righteous sibling, standing outside, intransigent, all alone, being right. Or we can recognise that we are each a mix of both goodness and carelessness, of recklessness and virtue, and that even so, there is a place for each one of us at home, however home may be understood. The parable of the Prodigal Son invites each of us to consider again our own experiences of home and of family, with all their contradictions and tensions. A deeper understanding of this story can make home a better place for everyone. In this sense, the parable is not a religious lesson, and never was. It is a universal story about the human condition and our aspirations to become our best selves. It reminds us that despite our flaws and our failures, there is a place for everyone through the revolutionary, life-changing power of love given wholeheartedly. And I think that explains why human beings created gods, to represent the best of what we may aspire to become ourselves. I am Roger James. I subscribe to reasoned religion and invite you to do the same.